Hi everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Aaron Ryan back with you once again. Okay, so today I wanted to do a video to talk about how I quit smoking, and I hope that it does help you as well. I hope it's very educational for you as well. I do hope it helps you in some way. Okay, so I'm going to go over some key points that I've jotted down, and I'll talk about them and how much they've helped me as well, so I hope they help you as well. Okay, so the first thing to really think about when you're quitting smoking is you have to think about the things that you associate smoking with first. Okay, so for example, me, before all this current times we're in now, before all this, okay, so I used to like going out once or twice a week, maybe twice sometimes a week, to my local pub with some friends and family. And when I'm drinking alcohol, the very first thing I will smoke like a chimney when I'm drinking beer, you know. So I'll be like, I'll have a beer here, I'll be drinking away, and then I'll have a cigarette in the other hand, and I'll be smoking and I'll be drinking at the same time. And the second I finish the cigarette, I'll be about a minute or 2 minutes later, I'd light up another one again. So, you know. So you have to kind of think about that. If you're going to go out having a beer, you have to think about that. If you're going to go out for a beer, you're going to smoke like a chimney again. So what I'd kind of recommend doing is key down things that you would smoke with. So if you're watching a film, or you're watching a movie, or if you're going to the pub with friends and family and you tend to smoke a lot doing that, well, you'll have to kind of change that. So what I'd recommend is, if you smoke heavy when you're like drinking alcohol, so I'd kind of recommend kind of staying away from that for a while. You know, kind of maybe take a few months out of alcohol, even going to a pub. Maybe do it at home, maybe drink at home instead. Because if you're going to go kind of cold turkey, you're going to go, okay, I'm going to quit smoking, but I'm going to still go out, have a few beers with friends. And you're going to think to yourself, I need a cigarette. Straight away, you're going to say, I need a cigarette badly. Because your body, especially your mind's all your mind. Your mind is going to say to you that, hey, look, you're giving me beer, but where's the cigarette that you normally give me as well? So your mind is going to play with you there. So I'd recommend maybe coming off alcohol for a while. Not forever, of course. Like if you like drinking alcohol, go for it. But if you want to come off cigarettes, do it in small steps. So I'd kind of drift away from alcohol. Get your mind and your body used to without any cigarettes whatsoever and without any alcohol, and then slowly get back into it again then. And then by the time at that stage, then your mind will kind of realize you've tricked your mind into thinking that you don't need cigarettes anymore. So when you do go for a beer in a pub again, your mind will know you haven't had a cigarette in months, you haven't had a beer in months, and then your mind just won't need a cigarette anymore. The next thing as well is also, you'll get some people that will say, I only smoke when I go out drinking. And to be honest, that's actually the worst thing you could ever do. It's called social smoking, but that's actually the worst thing you could ever do, because it does more harm than good. It's actually worse than chain smoking. It's actually worse smoking for years and years, because you'll have people say, oh, I only go out on Saturdays, or I only go out on Fridays. And then it's like your body, you're going to give your body a break from not smoking for like 7 days, 6 days, 5 days, whatever. And then when you do go back out, you do start drinking again, mixing with people, socializing, and then you're going to buy a packet of cigarettes and start smoking again. You're giving your whole body a big bang, you know. So your body was kind of used to not having a cigarette for days, and then all of a sudden you're putting it all back into your body all at once. So it's like it's going to shock the whole body. And it's going to do more harm than good, trust me. Another reason why as well a lot of people smoke is through boredom. Like, you're sitting down, you're watching TV, you're on the computer, listening to music, and you just grab a cigarette, light it, and smoke it. Because you're bored, you have nothing else to do. So what you have to do is kind of replace the boredom with something else. Like me, I like to do Photoshop, I like to edit stuff in Photoshop, I like to edit stuff in Lightroom, create presets for photos, make different looks. I also like to play games, so kind of find something you really, really, really like. And when that kind of boredom craving comes in, just go for what you like doing. Play a game, kind of maybe challenge yourself in a game. Can I play Super Mario 3 without dying in it. Kind of challenge yourself to do something like that, and can be a bit ragey. It'll kind of piss you off in a way, but you'll be saying to yourself, I enjoy Mario games anyway, so you're going to sit down and try and do that challenge and try and beat that challenge. So you're actually not being bored, you're being active, you're keeping the mind active as well, so which is a good thing. Also, you got to realize as well, you have to find out why you smoke in the first place and replace it with something else as well. So you're going to say to yourself, why do I smoke anyway? You know, we all know the damage smoking does to you, so you got to understand and realize as well what's in that mind of yours that's making you want to smoke. You know, like, we don't need it, you know, like everything we do because we enjoy it, but do we really enjoy smoking? I don't think we do. Like, we know the damage it's doing to us, you know, but find out why you smoke. Like, do you smoke? Oh, because I drink alcohol, so I smoke. Like, I was like that. I couldn't even have a drink without a cigarette. So I kind of have to learn my mind myself when I drink again. I haven't drank since February 2020. So if I gave up cigarettes in February 2020 and was still going out drinking, I don't think I'd maybe succeed. Maybe I could, I don't know. It's hard to tell. But you have to find out why you smoke. Do you smoke because you enjoy the kind of flavour of alcohol and cigarettes at the same time? Or do you like smoking after a shower or smoking after your dinner? Some people say that smoking after a meal tastes even better. Sometimes people say smoking after a shower is relaxing, or, you know. Another thing as well, you have to keep telling yourself no. No matter what your mind says, your mind might say, oh look, just only have one, maybe one. No matter how many times your mind pleads with you, say, oh, just have one, maybe one, and then I'll give up. Or I'll just have the last couple of cigarettes and then I'll stop. Say no. Absolutely say no. Because that's your mind kind of playing with you again. You're going to say, oh, look, I'll just have one more cigarette and then it's finished. Then I'm going to give up. Then I won't smoke ever again. It's the same thing when you go back to drinking alcohol again, when you're saying, I don't want to smoke anymore, but yet you go back out and drink beer again. And then when you get a bit tipsy, maybe 2 or 3 pints inside of you, your mind is going to go, hey, look, why don't we just get a packet of cigarettes? You know, who cares? I'll give up next week. You know, I'll just smoke this week, but I'll give them up next week instead. Say no. Absolutely say no. Keep telling your mind no. End of. It's not going to happen. So if you do kind of, if you are one of the people like me that do like going out to pubs, having a few drinks, and also like a cigarette as well with the beer, you're going to have to kind of stop going to a pub, stop having a beer, you know, stop having something that's associated with smoking. Since the times we're in now, where we have all bars, nightclubs, pubs, they're all closed now for the time being, I have used that opportunity as well to not smoke. So I have no access really to go out to a pub, have a few beers and smoke like a chimney like I used to. I could go to an off license and buy maybe a couple of packs of beer, but not yet. I don't want to do that, not yet anyway. I was never one to drink at home anyway before being out and about. But for the past couple of months anyway, with the bars being closed, I have kind of trained myself into thinking, now that I can't go out and now that I can't have beer, I won't smoke now. So if bars and everything were back to normal, I probably would be still smoking. Or if this whole thing never happened, I probably would be still smoking by now. So I've kind of played with my own mind. I kind of tricked my own mind into thinking, okay, I have no more access to alcohol anymore, so I won't smoke. So when I do eventually go back out again, my mind is already trained into not having a cigarette with beer or alcohol, anything you want to call it. So it should be an easy process by then. I haven't had a beer since February 2020, the 27th of February 2020 to be exact, is the last time I had a beer in a pub, okay? So God knows when I'm going to be near a pub again. Who knows? Since I've quit smoking now for 5 months, I'm 5 months off cigarettes completely. So I'm getting my mind used to not having a cigarette and not having beer at the same time. So my plan is, when I do eventually go back out and go to a pub again and have a few beers again, I'm letting my mind know that I am not smoking when I have a beer again. So the first kind of stage I have here is no alcohol and no cigarettes. Instead of saying beer and no cigarettes, it's both. I gave up both for that time being. So when I do go back out, I'll have a beer. and no cigarettes. The next thing as well, you have to reach out to your friends as well. Tell your friends everything. Tell your friends, hey look, I'm not going to smoke ever again, I want to quit. They could be smokers as well, and you'll also have people that don't smoke as well, so you got to reach out to both parties, okay? So if you're in a beer garden at a bar, if you're out and about with your friends and they smoke and you get a bit drunk, you're going to say, hey look, can I have a cigarette? And you got to tell your friends to say, no, don't give in to me. Tell your friends how much, if I beg on my hands and knees on the ground, give me a cigarette, they gotta say no. They're saying, no, I'm not giving you a cigarette, no matter how much you beg and plead. Tell your friends to support you, because the more support you have, the better it is, okay? The more easier it is in the long run for you. You have to stay positive as well. Keep positive. Keep telling yourself as well that you can do it. You can do it. If you can go 3 days without it, you can go another 3 days. If you can go 1 week, you can go another week. If you can go 1 month, you can go another month. And if you go 1 year, fair play to you. If you do, you can do 2 years. So you have to be positive, believe in yourself as well. That's very, very important. You got to tell yourself, tell your mind you can do it. Don't listen to your mind say just have 1 cigarette. Maybe 1 a week won't hurt. That's BS. That won't work. You'll have your mind tricking you in so many ways that say maybe just 1 cigarette with a beer won't help, or if I smoke just every Friday with a beer, I won't. No. Say no, absolutely no, never. Believe in yourself, stay positive, and tell yourself that you can do it, okay? So tell yourself you can do it. Another important factor as well is remind yourself how much cigarettes cost now, okay? So in Ireland, for cigarettes in Ireland, for basic premium popular brands like Benson & Hedges, whatnot, they're now €14 for 20, okay? So €14 for 20 cigarettes, okay? I started smoking in 2002, and I remember 10 Benson & Hedges back then, they were like €3.50 or something like that, and I think for 20 Benson it was like €5.10, €5.20, something like that anyway. But now it's €14 for 20 cigarettes. €14 for 20 cigarettes. Kind of remind yourself that's not going to stay €14 for years. That's going to go up 50 cents, €1 a year. So by 2022, 2023, you're going to be looking at maybe €15 for 20 cigarettes. For what? You're just buying cigarettes to light them up and smoke them, and you're seeing €15 being pushed out and smoke all the time. That's just like getting €20 and just smoke that €20, because that's exactly what you're doing. Also remind yourself as well how much it'll benefit your health as well if you actually quit altogether, because I can actually talk a lot more, I can actually breathe better, I can more or less sleep better as well. I find that I kind of sleep a bit better now, and my skin is better, my breathing is better, my lungs are better. They're not 100% better yet. It probably never will be because I've been smoking for too long, but maybe there's always a chance, But remind yourself you can walk more, you won't be able to breathe as much as you used to be as well, but it's a big benefit for your health and your lungs as well. Your lungs is the biggest factor. You need your lungs to breathe, As they say as well, that you look after your body and your body will reward you as well. So if you look after your lungs, you take care of your lungs, you don't feed your lungs with all them toxins, the chemicals coming out of cigarettes, your lungs will be very good to you. You'll be able to breathe properly, you'll get your smell better, your taste and smell, they will improve as well, Also, you got to ignore the negativity as well. You're probably going to be looking online as well on YouTube or anywhere, any video, you're probably going to see someone that'll say, oh no, I smoke one pack of cigarettes only a week and I'm fine. That is crap, okay? Or don't listen to anyone that says, no, you're only a little wuss for giving up cigarettes. Cigarettes are cool. Cigarettes, look, when I was a kid, when I was going to school, I thought cigarettes were cool as well. I thought it was a cool thing to do because you're one of the lads, you're one of the boys. You're down in the back of the playground, you're smoking cigarettes, you're thinking you're one of the cool guys, But at the end of the day, you're just an idiot because you're just damaging yourself. But cigarette prices will keep climbing. It's only 2021 now, but can you imagine what cigarettes are going to cost in 2025? 2026, 2027? They're not going to be €14 in 2027. They could be probably €25, €30 in Ireland by then. These are going to keep climbing. It's going to be $14.50, $15.50, $16, $16.50. It's a waste of money. So what I'd recommend doing as well, if you're going to quit, okay, if you're going to quit smoking, I'd recommend downloading an app, okay? So the app that I have downloaded at the moment is called Smoke Free. It's for iPhone. I think it's for I think it's for Android as well. But this is actually, it'll tell you how long you've been off them. And I recommend you keep checking this as well. Go back to it every day. Remind yourself, oh yeah, I'm 5 months, 15 days and 20 hours smoke free. Okay. And you can also go into an area as well that has an explore tab on it as well, that shows you of like how much your levels are back, like your pulse rate. We have a message, apologies, we have a pulse rate, we have oxygen levels, we have carbon monoxide level, nicotine expelled from the body, taste and smell is back to normal, breathing is back to normal, energy levels back to normal, bad breath back to normal, gums and teeth as well. I've noticed that my teeth and my gums are more or less back to normal as well. You know, you have tooth staining as well, circulation, gum texture. And of course here, as you see, I don't know if it's going to focus or not here, but it's going to take some time for a reduced risk of a heart disease as well. So those are the things that's going to take years, okay? So do be patient with yourself as well, okay? Be patient. These things are not going to happen overnight, okay? Another thing as well, award yourself as well. I'd recommend you award yourself with something. Now that you aren't wasting money on cigarettes a week, like spend €100 a week on cigarettes, you know, you buy yourself something now to reward yourself in something. So pick something that you actually couldn't buy before. When you are smoking, you couldn't afford them. Don't listen to people that says, oh yeah, if you quit smoking for a year, I'll be able to buy you a Ferrari car. That's... No. Buy something that you think is beneficial to you, you know, like if you're into music, buy a brand new guitar, you know, buy one of the most coolest guitars going, because if you are saving up from not smoking, you'll be able to afford it now, you know. Or if you're a DJ, buy yourself a new set of decks, you know, kind of for a new PC or something like that. Kind of just award yourself, say, hey, okay, you've done so well so far. Now for being good and for not smoking anymore, I'm going to award you're going to award you know, something that you like. So your mind is saying, oh yeah, okay, that's cool. So if I'm going to go another month or another 2 months or 3 months or 5 months or a year, your mind will say, oh yeah, I look forward to getting something else as well. So as I did say, your smell and your taste will improve. You're going to notice you're going to be able to smell everything again properly. You know, you're going to notice that you're going to be tasting everything again. Like you obviously had your taste and your smell before when you were smoking, but they were kind of not as strong or not as powerful as they used to be. But now that you've quit smoking, your taste buds is going to increase. You're going to taste the food even more better. You're going to taste beer more better. You're going to taste everything more better. Your favorite food is going to taste even more better. And then just tell yourself as well, I'm going to quit, and that's it. Just pick a day. Wake up maybe. I just woke up that one day and I said, this is going to be my last day smoking. And what I done, I still actually have my last cigarettes here that I used before I quit. So, and I actually wrote down inside the box here, as you see, there's still cigarettes in it. I haven't touched them. And inside here, I did write inside, quit on the 2nd of September 2020. And the cigarettes are still there. Even though I put one to my mouth, it kind of feels weird now because, you know, I haven't done it since. Kind of tastes weird. So what did help me in the long run is vaping, of course. Now you're going to get some people now that are going to say, no, vaping is worse. Vaping does more damage. You're going to get a popcorn lung. Bull. No. Vaping has been proven 95% to be more safer, and these helped me big time. Now I don't think I'll be able to do it without vaping altogether. So I have 3 milligrams of nicotine in that one, and I also have another vape as well that it just feels like a cigarette as well, and that has 18 milligrams of nicotine in it. So on the inhale as well, it feels like I am actually having a cigarette. So I'm tricking my mind again here. That's exactly what it's all about. It's all in the mind. I'm tricking my mind into thinking when I have that vape, it's a cigarette. My mind's saying, oh yeah, it is a cigarette. It feels like a cigarette. So my mind is thinking I'm getting the cigarette that I need, but I don't need it. So gradually then, in time, maybe if I decide in time, whatever, like, you know, that I'll come off of vaping altogether then, because I'll just find probably I don't need a vape. I'll do the same thing as I did with cigarettes. Pick a day and I don't need a vape anymore. Who knows? We'll see what happens. So you gotta find something, okay, that helps you. Find anything that you think is beneficial to you to quit smoking. Me, vaping. That helped me big time. And when you find something then that works for you, you stick to it. You just keep saying to yourself, I'm going to quit. I'm never going back there again. I don't want to smell like an ashtray again. and that I can do it. Okay, so if you can do it, anybody else can do it. Okay, be proud of yourself as well. Make sure your friends are supportive of you as well. If you have some friends that are saying, oh come on, just have one cigarette, come on, don't be the odd one out, just tell them bye bye. Don't even bother wasting energy on them, because friends are there to support you, not to go against you. And especially they know themselves that smoking is bad for you as well, but they're too much addicted to them. You're the one here that can only change you. Nobody else can change you. You know, you have the power and control to control everything you do, all your actions. You have that power. You have the power to say no. You have the power to say no more anymore. Get these, rip them up, whatever. But I just kept them to remind myself of that date. I look back on these, I smell these, and I say, no, I don't want to go back to these anymore. I look at the date, yeah, that is a long time ago. Why would I go back on cigarettes now? Because that'll just blow all the waste of time I just did by quitting smoking. So remind yourself, no more cigarettes, I'm going to quit. And if you do go back on alcohol again after a certain time, it's going to feel a bit weird. It's obviously going to feel a bit weird because you haven't had a beer in a while and you haven't had a smoke in a while. So your body's going to say, I need a cigarette now, but keep saying no. Keep saying no. That's all you gotta do. If you do vape, well, take the vape with you when you're out in the pub. Maybe take 2 vapes with you or something, because you might run the risk the battery might die. And of course, to charge these USB ports, you're not going to bring a laptop out with you. You might need a power bank to plug the thing in and charge it. But when I do probably go back out to a pub, I'm going to bring 2 vapes. So I'm going to charge the batteries up, have them fully charged before I go out on the town or whatever, and then I'll be good to go. Okay, so I wish you the best of luck. If you do this, if you do it, well done. If you are quit smoking already, if you have quit smoking, well done, fair play, keep it up. Those 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, your body will say thanks so much, you've now listened to me, you know. And everyone can get cancer, even if you never smoked, you can still get cancer. But this, by quitting, it just lessens the chance of it, you know. And also other people around you as well, you're helping them too by not blowing that chemicals in their faces as well. So okay guys, so that's it. I hope this video is somehow educational. I'm not saying you have to give up smoking, it's your choice. If you want to smoke, you can smoke, you know. If you want to vape, vape away. Do anything that you think is beneficial to you by quitting. Stick to it, stick to a plan, read up some key points, remind yourself how much they cost, and stick to it, okay? Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments how you're doing. If you quit smoking as well, what helped you, let me know in the comments how you're doing, how long you've been off them, or are you going to give up, you know? Let us know how you feel by coming off them. Let us know how you feel if you did go vaping as well. Do you find you're better? Can you breathe better now that you're vaping now? Prove that vaping does help, you know, because a lot of people are saying no, they don't help. Some people are saying vaping is worse. So we need kind of a few more people to come forward as well to show that the vaping community as well is beneficial, is helpful. And also as well, I'd like to add to that my own mother as well, she quit smoking back in 2018 as well. And I never thought I'd see the day that she'd actually quit smoking. But she inspired me a lot as well. I never thought she could do it, but hey, she done it. And as she always said to me as well, if I can do it, you can do it too. And here I am today, doing a YouTube video about me quitting smoking. I never thought I'd be able to do it myself either. But as the saying goes, anything is possible, and I do believe anything is possible if you really put your mind to it. So okay, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll talk to you later on guys. Thanks so much for watching. It's Aaron Ryan signing off. Talk to you later. Bye bye.